I'm Brother Leo Marin. I'm from Louisiana, and my father brought us to Mass every day. My mother died when I was 3, but we struggled a lot financially, and so most of my life I was just trying to survive and try to put food on the table. And so most of the time we were always worried about food. But then when I was about 18, I made a Cursillo, and I was always wanting to serve. I always wanted to help people. I remember that one time I was driving the back of the pickup truck, and we picked up some hitchhikers, and they were selling their blood for plasma to get the money from it. And I remember giving them the money that I was saving up to buy a BB gun with. And it just felt so good to give, to sacrifice myself. And so after that, there was a priest in the diocese who asked my brothers and me if any of us started being a priest. And so since most people don't know about the permanent brothers, and I really didn't know much about it, I was thinking maybe God's calling me to be a priest. And so our family started to come up to EWTN from Louisiana every month on retreat with the America the Rose Mission Group, and I started to come up every month to visit EWTN and for a retreat. And I got to know our community up here, the Franciscan Missionaries of the Eternal Word. And then I was discerning, is God calling me there? And after I made a Cursillo, I knew I had to overcome a lot of fears of talking in front of people and all that. So I started to do that. And then I got this desire that maybe I'm called to serve in the church, to be a brother or priest. And so I then asked, we couldn't really afford to come up, so I asked a priest, and he was going to pay for my trip. And I came up and visited a community outside of our normal time, and I felt called to this community. I felt at peace with it, and I was a lot of fear there, though, to overcome. But I took that first step, and I came and I filled out all the paperwork and visited the community, and then I came and joined the community in 1992, August 1st. I joined the community, and I've been happy serving as a permanent brother in the community. I remember in 1996, the brothers were all going for priesthood, and a lot of little ladies kept telling me, called to be a priest, called to be a priest. So I thought maybe because I didn't like school, I wasn't doing God's will. So I always wanted to do God's will. And so I went and I took studies, and I did 2 years of philosophies and classes. And I still didn't really feel called to be a priest, and our community servant, Father Joseph at the time, said the council and then felt I was called to be a brother. And I said, can I drop Latin? Can I drop this? Can I drop that? And I went back to being serving, and that's what I feel greatest at. And so that's my vocation in a nutshell, is that I want to do God's will. And I feel called to serve God in many different ways in our community as a Franciscan missionary of the Eternal Word.